In Divine Time Tarot, sacred insight, channeled messages align with your soul's timeline. Hello everyone, and welcome to In Divine Time Tarot. I am your reader, Tamira Alicia. This is my first pick a card reading. I hope it resonates. Let's get going. So right now as a collective, we are all going through a lot. And so I just wanted to do a reading for some additional guidance. We have 3 piles. Pile 1 is going to be with this little cute mushroom right here. Pile 2 is going to be this pyramid. Pile 3 is going to be this odd seashell. All right, so go ahead, take a moment, take a deep breath, meditate, decide which deck you want to go with, and let's get into it. So for those of you who chose pile 1 with the cute little mushroom, let's do a quick shuffle. Beautiful angels, guides, what is it that pile 1 needs to know? What is it that pile 1 needs to know? Is there anything else that pile 1 needs to know? Anything that pile 1 should be focusing on? Okay, so for pile 1, you guys are really going through it right now. Some of you may have lost your jobs. Some of you are definitely feeling like you don't have any choices. Like right now, I feel like this kind of like tightness in my chest almost. Like it almost feels like someone is like sitting or like has their foot down. That's exactly. It almost feels as if someone has their foot down, like a boot on my chest, and it's hard for me to breathe. And some of you are feeling that way, like you don't feel like relief is ever going to come. Some of you may have gotten out of a really bad relationship, but for some reason in your mind you're still romanticizing it, like debating on like if you should go back to this person or not. Maybe things will be different this time. Maybe you can change a little bit. Maybe they can change. They're not going to change. Like straight up, they're not going to change. So don't go back. If anything, the situation is actually going to be worse because they're going to realize that you don't respect and love yourself enough to not put yourself in a harmful relationship. In some instances, this could be physical abuse, but I'm getting more emotional abuse out of it. But there definitely is like hints of some sort of physical abuse. Do not go back to that situation because that person is not changing at all. It doesn't matter if you bend yourself into a pretzel of everything they want you to be, it still won't be enough. So don't go back. I definitely feel like, and this is very specific and this is coming through right now. So people that have worked in some sort of creative field, that could be like, you could be an artist, you could be like a poet, you could be a singer, you could be like a designer of some sort. I'm not sure if the designer is in tech or not, but it could be tech. But I'm definitely getting like some type of, your field is creative, like you do creative stuff, and you may be feeling like it's time to give that up. Maybe it's time to get like a corporate job where you know your creativity will be crushed, because of right now you have like this inability to be able to provide the things that you need for yourself. And also you may be feeling like a creative block, like maybe you're incapable of creating these things. Maybe you're washed up. That's the word that is coming through. It's like maybe you're washed up. You're not. You're just going through a period right now, and typically creatives are also highly sensitive. So definitely what is happening right now on the planet energetically, all of the chaos, all of the violence, all of the hatred, all of the things that we see, especially if you've been watching the news, or just like freaking existing, there's no way to block this out. You're definitely feeling that, and that's impacting your ability. And so I want you to create without the hindsight of, oh, this is going to be something that I'm going to put out there. Right now, you just need to focus on creating things that feel good. It doesn't matter if other people like them. It doesn't even matter if you show it to anyone. This is for you. And you really have to live in that right now. And that will help you to get out of this funk that you're in. Let's see what else we got going on here. Spirit, can you tell me when can we start seeing a break in some of this? Like, okay. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. When can we start seeing a break in some of this? 54, know your worth. This is the one where I was talking about the relationship, y'all. Know your worth. Let's see what we got here. Cow spirit, the miracles are endless. And I'm just gonna put this other one down because it popped out as well. See the big picture, and I definitely feel like this is more so related to that specific thing that I said about creatives. So watch and wait is definitely the period that we're in right now. Everything is a watch and wait. The world is on a watch and wait right now because we are trying to see, like, especially in America, like, what's going to happen? Are we going to go into this war? Watch and wait on a personal level is if you feel like, you know, I've lost my job, I don't know what to do, I'm just like in between a rock and a hard place. Watch and wait is not telling you to just sit and act like nothing is happening, but what it's telling you to do is do what you know you can do, right? So for example, if you know that you lost your job and you've been looking for a new one and you've been stressing out because you haven't been getting any callbacks, or you've been getting a bunch of no's, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're applying for the jobs. You can't make anybody hire you. So I want you to surrender the rest and give the rest to God. Give the rest to the universe, give the rest to your ancestors, your angels, whoever it is that you pray to, give the rest away and just work on what you can do and just watch and wait. Know your worth, man. The skunk spirit, like, I cannot tell you how much this just really speaks to what I said about that relationship. And this is definitely confirmation. Know your worth, boo. Do not go back. Do not go back. The miracles are endless. Cow spirit. Tell me this does not scream creativity. This screams creativity. Like, look at this. And then we have giraffe spirit right here. See the bigger picture. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of times with creatives especially, we get these creative blocks where we feel as though, oh, we should just hang it up. It's never going to go anywhere. But sometimes we definitely just need to just dive into ourselves, dives into that creative energy and just create for us. Create just for us, not for profit, not for likes and clicks and so that someone can say, just like literally just for us. And the possibilities, your imagination is endless, and at the end of it you'll see the bigger picture. Like, you will see it. I'm so I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, I was a little worried about this reading because, you know, it was looking a little shaky. So any additional advice for group one? Is for group one. Any that makes sense. Any additional advice for group one? Any additional advice for group one? For group one. Okay, so additional advice for you guys. Again, heavy on this energy of it is not your fault. You're doing all that you can. You are doing the right things. This is going to pass. This period of whatever you're going through right now, this hardship that you're going through right now, it is not forever. It is not forever. It is going to pass. But what I need you to do is not beat yourself up in the meantime. You are literally doing all that you can to get through this period. And I want you to give yourself your flowers for doing that for right now. Forgive yourself. Take a breath. Take a spiritual bath. Take a cleansing bath to release all of this negative energy that you have tied to it and thinking that something is your fault when it's not. Forgive yourself, please. Back with this sun. Take the sun back into your sky. Baby, this is all relating to know your worth. Know your worth. I need you to make yourself the center of everything. I need you to shine the light back on yourself because you are worthy of it. Like, look at her. She's taking that dark situation that she was in and she's painting the light back into it. I need you to do this. Notice how she's by herself. She's not with anyone else because no one else is going to do this for her. No man or no woman is going to make her is going to bring the light back into her life like she can do for herself. You have to love yourself first before you can love anyone, okay? So I need you to do this for yourself, by yourself. And for my creatives, again, like I feel like this is another message for my creative folks. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Weave together the crown you deserve. You know your worth. Stop denying it. Stop denying your creativity. Stop saying that, you're washed up. Stop saying that for someone thinking, oh, I'm too old, I can't compete. Yes, you can. You have a lot to offer. You have guidance. You have mentorship. You still have the skills. You are impressive. Don't doubt yourself. I know that was kind of weird. That just came through, but I just got a feeling that there is an older person that thinks that about themselves. And by older, I mean maybe like early 50s into 60s, or maybe even late 40s. But that's what I'm getting from that. Thank you so much for coming and watching this reading for group number 1. If you chose pile 2 right here with the little pyramid, this is your reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2? What messages what guidance do you have for pile 2? Okay, pile 2. So some of you are going through a period in your life right now where you are at a crossroads in your life. So you may be actively trying to manifest something into your life, some sort of abundance. It could be money, it could be a relationship, it could be a career. I get a strong feeling though, for a lot of people, it may be money or career. For some people, it definitely is a relationship, but for a lot of people, I feel like it is money or a career. And maybe you've been studying manifestation techniques. Maybe you've been reading the books. Maybe you've been watching the videos. You've been doing all of the things, but you're not quite there yet. And the reason why you're not quite there yet is because you keep diving back into these old patterns and old thoughts that you used to have, and they're making you feel like trapped. And you're trying to trust the process. You're trying to hold that feeling of, oh, my life is about to change. I'm about to have the best relationship, or I'm about to, get hired for, maybe you just went on a job interview and you felt super confident about the job interview and you were just like, I got this. This is the start. I'm manifesting this job. And then maybe you got an email saying that they passed and they went on to someone else, and you kind of fell back into this feeling. And this is not the first time it's happened. It's been happening like a couple of times. And I definitely feel like some of the reasons why it's happening is, one, because you're not supposed to be in the place where you're trying to get the job at, or two, it's definitely part of that cycle that I said. And trust me, I know about that cycle. It is extremely hard to break. It could be some of you feeling that imposter syndrome as well, and feeling really hyped up in the beginning, like, yes, I got this, I'm gonna get this job, or I'm gonna manifest this money, and then something happens and you fall right back into this place. So let's see what we have for some additional guidance for you guys, because I have definitely, for sure, been in that place before where I felt like, everything is changing, and then it wasn't. And and then I felt right back into that trap of feeling like, discouraged. And I completely get this. So Spirit, what advice do you have for how to, especially when they're going through the highs and the lows of feeling confident, feeling like their manifestation is coming into fruition, and then it doesn't? Sorry guys, dropped the card. All right, think on your feet. Here, what additional advice do you have for people that are, thank you. You are never alone. You see clearly now. Okay, so think on your feet, right? When we think about this in relation to the Three of Cups, right, which is a celebratory card, it's all about success and feeling good and celebrating and abundance and all of these things. And we are just like in this space where we feel like we kind of have it all. And think on your feet just means to stay present in the moment, right? Stay present in the moment. The outer spirit, you are never alone. And I feel like this is for so many people right here. When we are going through this phase of having this high, like the Three of Cups, and then we get that email, or we don't get that money that we were trying to manifest, or we get a call telling us that we didn't get this job, we automatically drop into this feeling of, oh my God, this always happens to me. This didn't happen to the person that I know, the friend that I have, or whatever. And we feel like this is just us. This is just happening to us, and this is a singular incident. And I know that doesn't necessarily help to think like, okay, well, who cares if I'm not alone in this? This is happening to me right now. Just realize that this is a collective energy. Like, everyone experiences this, and you're not alone in this feeling. And sometimes just knowing that you're not alone in a situation can actually be very helpful. You see clearly now. Now, this is speaking to me specifically, and also maybe a lot of other people, is when we have these situations where we feel as though like we get trapped, you know what I mean? Like, we experience that high of thinking, oh my gosh, things are about to change for me. And then, like I said, you get that email, or you get that phone call, or the situation doesn't turn out the way you want it, and you sink back into this feeling of feeling trapped. It's hard for us to see, ourselves out of that situation. It's hard for us to see any light in that situation. We feel completely blind, right? We feel completely blind in that situation. And we feel like we'll never be able to get out of that. But the thing is that I know it can be extremely hard, especially, let's say, for instance, because I got a lot of feelings that kind of similar to the last reading, Pile 1, when I was talking about the whole job thing. A lot of people are feeling this way about a job, and are getting a job, or specific areas in their career. This is just the feeling that I'm getting from this. And when you get so many no's, or so many no callbacks or no contacts or anything like that, it's very easy to internalize these things and think that it is your fault, or something that you're not doing, or the world is against you, or whatever it is. But this is teaching us to look at what we have around us and be grateful for those things, because the more gratitude that we're able to push out into the world in order to have within ourselves, in order to get up and say every morning. I don't care if the only thing that you have to say is, I'm just so happy that I can wiggle my fingers and toes, by myself, right? I'm so happy that I get up and I get to breathe, or I get up and I'm, in a bed, or that I have a friend's couch that I can sleep on, or, whatever the case is. There's always something to have some sort of gratitude for. And that will allow us to be able to start actually seeing outside of our situation, right? So when we are able to see outside of this, we realize that actually we could take this bondage off of us, right? This can drop. We can start moving these obstacles out of our way. Now, that doesn't mean that our situation is going to change overnight. I want to be clear about that, because sometimes there are things in our lives that we have to go through in order to be able to grow, and in order to be able to get to this point. Because what happens is, the next time something goes wrong in your life that that you feel as though, oh, this is such a hard situation, you've already gone through this, babe. You've gone through this. So the next time you're like, okay, well, you know what? It's really not that bad. I can get through this, etc., etc. So let's do just the final card, just to ask for any additional advice. Is there any additional advice for how to? Any additional advice for pile 2? Any additional advice for pile 2? Any additional advice for pile 2, Spirit? Yeah, this is what I was talking about right here. Your potential is endless. You got this, baby. You got this. Mira, treat your body like the palace it is, right? So this goes back to this Three of Cups right here. When we're in our celebratory mood, everything is feeling good. We're feeling confident. We're dancing, like, everything is on cloud nine. See, this four represents stability, right? So she is just dancing in her abundance, and also the four birds swimming, flying around her body, right? But we also have to remember that even in these times when we're feeling like this, right? When we're feeling alone, when we're feeling like we've tried and we've done everything that we could, and we're just really being harsh on ourselves and not loving with ourselves, and maybe not even saying nice words to ourselves, it's important to remember to, like my girl right here, take care of yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Unplug, relax, take a chill pill. And I know that in some instances could seem like a brush off of serious situations, but let me tell you something that someone told me before. And I don't even remember where I heard it from, but I heard it some years ago. And I was going through a situation where I was unemployed, and I was really struggling. And a friend, I think it was a friend of mine, or I heard it somewhere, I don't remember, it was years ago, y'all. And someone had told me, oh, you got this and this and this bill due? And I was like, yeah, and I don't know how I'm going to pay it and such and such. And the person was just like, well, pay what you can and then don't worry about it. And I was just like, what? Like, I never, it just, I don't know. For me, that it kind of seemed like they didn't take my situation seriously. And then I asked about it, and I was like, well, what do you mean by that? I was like, this is a very situation. If I don't pay this, my lights could be turned off or whatever. And the person was just like, you can only do what you can do. And the rest, you cannot stress yourself out about it. Pay what you can pay. Try to set up some type of payment arrangement, and then do something that you enjoy doing. Go to the beach, go for a walk, go for a hike, do whatever it was. So I ended up doing what they suggested, and I went to the beach. Also, expectations. A lot of times when we are in these situations and we're transitioning into the next phase of our lives, like when I started speaking in the beginning about manifestation and about how sometimes we'll go through like these transitionary periods where like we have our world right here, our reality that we created, and it's no longer fitting us, so we're kind of merging into this new one. And sometimes when we're merging into this new one, right, we have periods where we experience highs and lows of our emotions, right? And anyone that knows anything about manifestation knows that it is very big on how you feel, right? So the moment when you start feeling like you can't do this, it's never going to happen, you might as well hang it up, because it ain't going to happen. You have to come in with the right mindset. You have to come in with the mindset of, okay, so this is not working right now. Maybe it's not meant to work, but that doesn't mean I'm still not going to have it. Maybe it's just going to take a little bit longer for me to get it, but I'm still going to keep going towards it because it's already mine, and I can see it and I can envision it, and I'm walking in that life, and et cetera, right? I won't go on and on about that. If you guys want a separate video on manifestation and all of that, please let me know, because it's one of the topics that I enjoy talking about a lot, and I've manifested a lot of things into my life. But when we're going through this period, we're also kind of like seeking approval from other people. So, for example, that same friend that told me, I think, not to worry about the bills or whatever, one day when we went to the beach, and I at this point I still didn't have a job, so this is like around that same time, and I told my friend, I said, I'm gonna have a job, and I'm gonna be making $100,000 by the end of this year. And she looked at me like I was crazy, and she was like, how are you going to do that? And I was like, I don't know, but I just know that I'm going to do it. What happened? Your girl did it. Your girl did it. And when I said that to her, I didn't say that to her because I wanted to seek her approval. I said that to her because I was calling out, I was claiming the life that I was manifesting. I was claiming it. It was mine. I already knew it. I just had to wait for my physical reality to catch up to where I was. And so when you're in this in between, sometimes don't even tell anybody what you're trying to manifest, because they will say things that make you think very negatively about what you want and make you think it is unrealistic. It's only unrealistic if you believe it's unrealistic. Last one. For my folks right here that I said are feeling this bondage, feeling like you can't see, feeling just heavy, stuck energy. Your potential is endless, babes. It's endless. You got this. You got this. Stick with it. You got this. You have the power. You see her in the middle? She ain't scared of nothing. Nothing. That is it, pile 2. I encourage you to stick with it. You are going to get there. I promise you. You're going to break through this. Everyone goes through it when they're trying to consciously manifest and change their lives. Everyone experiences this. And just please stick with it. Please. Last but not least, pile 3 with the little odd-shaped seashell. This is your reading. Spirit, what do we have for our beautiful pile 3? They have waited patiently. What do we have for pile 3? Spirit, what do you have for... Okay, pile 3. You guys are in your bag right now. Pile 3, you guys have definitely set your sights on whatever goal it was that you wanted to have, and you are working away at it. I definitely get the energy of entrepreneurs here. It could be someone working, a regular job, but I'm definitely getting entrepreneur. I'm also definitely getting fitness, which is the first time I've ever got this in any type of reading. But hey, let's go with it, right? So for my entrepreneurs, I'm definitely seeing that whatever you are doing right now, the work that you are putting in right now, I know it is tedious. I know that you're tired. Like I'm definitely getting you're tired. Maybe you putting in some late nights. Maybe you putting in some early mornings. Maybe you're doing content creation or something like that. Something, I'm also seeing something like behind the scenes, like something that you're doing behind the scenes for something else. So maybe you're working with someone else, like you have a partner and you're putting in a lot of work. It's definitely going to pay off in the end. Whatever, and this is for the entrepreneurs, but also just for the fitness thing that I'm getting coming through. Maybe the entrepreneur thing is a fitness business, but also I'm getting like fitness in terms of like I'm working out. This is the body that I wanted, and now I'm putting in the work. So I'm tracking my calories, I'm tracking my workouts, and kind of like that head down, do the work type of energy. And then you look up and boom, like you got it. You guys are doing exceptional. I would definitely say though, don't burn out. That this this is definitely giving, even though it's all like really awesome and great, and I'm so happy to see that what you were working for is coming into fruition, like you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. But also don't burn yourself out, because with this specific group, with this pile, burnout is a real thing, so be mindful of that. Let's see what else we got for you. Okay, pile 3, let's see what else we have for you. What additional guidance do we have, or what guidance do we have? What advice do we have for our pile 3s? What advice do we have for our pile 3s? What advice do we have? Okay. So this does not surprise me at all. You guys have been being fearless. You guys have been being bold. But if you are having any ideas, or anyone that's just entering this stage of entrepreneurship, and you have some ideas that you think would be good and you want to put out into the world, now is the time. Now is the time. Do it. Be fearless. Be bold. Be creative. Be all of these things. There's always room for you. A lot of times we think, oh, a field or an area is overly saturated. But the thing is that it's not overly saturated because it doesn't have you in it, right? Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. Everyone brings some type of new perspective. There is no other you. So therefore, there is no market that has someone that can do what you do. So do that, boo. This brings me back to what I was saying about burnout, wombat spirit, be at home. That means I understand that you are in your bag. I understand that you have a goal that you want to accomplish. You have things that you want to do. You have a legacy that you want to create for yourself, for your family, for your future family. But also remember that you have to take care of yourself. Don't go to, maybe you're going to a whole bunch of network events. Maybe you're leaving the house and going to a whole bunch of like parties, but it's not like to have fun or necessarily to have a good time. This is all business. Relax, keep your butt at home sometimes, get some sleep, binge watch on a TV show that you've been wanting to binge watch. Don't feel guilty about it when you do it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm being unproductive, because you taking care of yourself and you relaxing is a form of self-care. And you need to do this because you need to have yourself together in order to be able to fully live and expand and grow into the life that you're building for yourself, right? Dog spirit right here. Be loyal to what you love. Your first love is yourself, hun. Your first love is yourself. Be loyal to that. Be loyal also to the people, and this is just now coming through. You may get some type of offer, right? That, let's say you've been working with a team of people, like your aces from the very beginning. Or maybe it's not even a team. Maybe it's just like one other person, like a friend that you've been working with. And there may be an opportunity that comes up where someone says to you, oh, hey, I want to go into business with you, but I don't want to really go into business with your friend. Like they're not marketable, or they're not, the way that they look is, I don't know. I just feel like there may be an opportunity where that may come up, or maybe it did already come up for some people, and you're kind of like going over in your mind about this decision. Like if you're going to pretty much like ditch your friend, and be like, I'm sorry, but this is about my future, etc., etc. Don't be like that. Be loyal to the people that are loyal to you, that love you, that care about you, that support you, that have had your back from the beginning. Be loyal to those folks, because the people or the person that is telling you to get rid of this person is an opportunist, and they basically just want to use you for whatever they can, and they don't care about you, and then they'll drop you, and then you'll want to go back to this person. So I mean, free will and all, But that's just my little pity on it. Eagle spirit, right? Spirit has your back. So I'm viewing this in two ways, right? Eagles are known to be strong. Eagles are known to be a symbol of power, of strength. And I feel like, yes, spirit has your back, but also you need to make sure, and this is for that particular situation where I mentioned that someone is going to come along to try and tell you to dump whatever person you've been working with. You're going to need to have this type of courage, because for some of you, it could be a lot of money that this person is going to offer you. It could be a big opportunity, and you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision if you're going to kick this person to the curb or if you are going to stay loyal. And if you stay loyal, you and this person are going to find a way to make it big. Y'all are going to get another break together. But if you go with this person, you're going to be seen. It's going to seem like, oh, you're living a high life. You're a big shot. You know, maybe they give you an expense account. I don't know. It's like they're just hyping you up for the letdown. And then when they drop you, it's going to be completely unexpected. You're going to be like, what? But I thought this and I thought that. And they'll be like, no, well, actually you're no longer marketable. You're the person that we don't want anymore, or you can't be the head of our brand anymore. Definitely. For some of you, it could be like a brand deal. But they don't want your friend because your friend doesn't fit whatever it is. I'm telling you, stick with your friend. Free will, like I said, do what you want. But if it were me, I'm just saying that's what it's looking like. But overall, Pal 3, congratulations. You are doing amazing. I can definitely see the work that you put in. Just please remember to take care of yourself. Don't burn yourself out, and remember to stay grounded and stay loyal to the people who are loyal to you. Thank you.